I've had many windshields on this F3, but nothing quite like this. This is a GP Cycleworks custom 10-inch vented acrylic windshield in a dark red. And I think it may be my new favorite shield. In St. Augustine, Florida, resides GP Cycleworks. Founded in 1968, this family-owned business crafts windshields and offers fiberglass and carbon fiber bodywork. And with a focus on customization, they claim to offer better than stock replacements. When speccing out your shield, you're not just limited to selecting its height. Width and venting options may also be requested. There are also 15 tints ranging from clear to opaque to choose from. And if you have something to say or an image that resonates with your spirit animal, it can be engraved and immortalized into the acrylic itself. These windshields are compatible with Can-Am's Blueridge and Route 129 hardware, which is the same by the way, but Cycleworks does offer their new Revision 3 mounting solution if needed. This is actually my windshield. Cycleworks says it was causing so much riz around the shop that they just had to mount it and take some photos before mailing it out to me. So why this windshield? I was looking for a summer screen, something to take a portion of the wind off my midsection and mitigate fatigue while allowing max clean air to the face and helmet. Dude. The dark red came in 1/8 and 1/4 inch thicknesses. The standard 3/16 was not available. I opted for the rigidity of the 1/4 inch and figured the thicker material would translate into a deeper color. And I do not regret that decision. And for the aesthetics, I opted for venting. And given two design choices, I chose the angrier looking of the two. When deciding on a windshield, you need to consider what you're trying to accomplish. Highway riding, cold weather, wanting a quieter ride with max protection, look for a taller screen. If, however, you are doing shorter trips, city riding, want a sporty look, and where max airflow is the intent, then a smaller shield may be a better option. Before passing my final verdict on this shield, we need to discuss buffeting, and I'm going to try to make this as simple as possible. When in motion, the air hitting the front of the windshield is impeded, and this generates a higher pressure in front of the screen compared to the air behind it. This pressure differential only increases with speed. As the high-pressure air moves around the windshield, it crashes into the low-pressure area, creating turbulence or buffeting. The height and design of the screen, as well as one's riding posture, position to the screen, and torso length all factor into where this dirty air hits. A tall screen will push the air right over the rider's head, creating a quiet pocket, whereas a small screen can put the buffeting into the chest while allowing normalized, that clean air, to hit the face and helmet, ideal for summer riding. The wrong screen, however, can push turbulent air onto the rider's helmet, potentially causing the head to bobble. And this is why vents are common, as they help to minimize buffeting by equalizing the pressure behind the shield. Alright, so here I'm taking the F3 up to 60 miles an hour, and it's behaving exactly as expected. I have clean air to the head with no bobble whatsoever. And though the screen is only 10 inches, I do feel less burden on my midsection, so that will help with fatigue on longer rides. The buffeting is hitting me right in the upper chest, which is not uncomfortable, but it is generating additional noise. So I placed the microphone in the anterior part of the helmet, just outside the ear pocket, so the noise you hear will be a bit above normal. And I do have the helmet visor down. When dipping my head into the dirty air, you can definitely hear the noise ramp up. This would be a worst case scenario, and this is not survivable. But also pay attention to what happens when I lift myself approximately 5 inches out of the seat. The noise drops. small shields have utility, do not expect noise reduction to be one of them. Sometimes it can be quite the opposite. I really like this screen. Its craftsmanship, aesthetics, and just that wow factor checks off a lot of boxes. It's also extremely rigid, having no flex, offering some environmental protection and not a hint of head buffeting. But understand, not every rider is built the same. So though I'm experiencing additional noise, I had anticipated that this may be the case. I could have gone even smaller, say around 8 inches, and pushed the buffeting further down, but that would have put me in the realm of diminishing returns. And to be frank, ear protection negates this and is something that should be worn at high speeds anyway. So yeah, I would totally buy this again.